My name is Ethix.
And I'm T.
And welcome to Fearful Thoughts, where we talk about all things horror.
Everything from video games to movies to scary stories.
Anything and everything. Everything is game.
Even your mom.
Even your mom. That's right. We do crude humor, and we have a lot of fun on this show. And
please laugh at us and go on this scary little trip.
Yeah, I'm excited. We have a fun topic for today.
Yes, we do. We're going to be talking about some haunted objects.
Haunted objects. That's right. They're going to be possessing said objects and doing things to them.
Got some good stories.
Yeah.
I'm excited. My one story is true.
Oh, shit.
I tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, it is a true story. I won't get into too much of it yet because I have a little bit to set up for it when the time comes. But it's a true story. It's a family story.
Fucking family haunted stories, man.
Yeah.
All right, I love it. And you're up first this week.
Sweet.
So, yeah, no. If you haven't already, please, for the love of God, and all the listeners that have been listening in for the past few months now, know this, that we've been asking this every episode.
And we won't stop until you give us an answer.
That's right. Please give us a voice message. Give us a shout out on the channel or on the podcast itself. You can use the Anchor app to have your idea featured on the next episode. If you have something you want to hear or listen to, or hell, even see
your own story,
anything,
yeah.
And just email it to us or voice message us and contact us on Facebook. We also have the Facebook group page for the Fearful Crew that has been posting a lot of funny shit going on lately.
A lot of funny stuff.
Yeah.
I know I personally have been posting quite a bit of stuff on our page lately. I don't know if you saw that.
I have.
I posted a link to anybody. We're going to be doing this ourselves here shortly, but there is a scratch-off poster of different horror movies through the years. Like I said, us ourselves, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be going from beginning to end, scratching off every movie 1 week at a time, and
make a little segment of it each.
Yeah, we're going to make a little segment of it, and we're going to be sharing our thoughts and whatnot of each movie.
Our fearful
thoughts, reviews, and everything of that.
I'm excited to do that because there was a lot of cool movies on there. Even a couple I haven't seen.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, there was a couple on there I had not seen yet. Quite a few I have seen numerous times.
Definitely.
Look forward to seeing it again.
And they look really good, and we are not going to do it alone. We got a little group that we're going to try to start.
Little movie club. Little Fearful Movie Club.
Yeah, so if you guys also want to join in, we'll try to give a name out on the Facebook page of what movie we're going to be watching, and we'll post something on there.
At some point, we might be able to figure out how to do a live streaming of said movie. Where we can all watch the movie at the same time.
Yeah, that would be really fun and awesome, actually. I'm sure a lot of people on there would enjoy that.
Yeah, so that's coming up.
Anything new in your world?
Well, I got these cool new meat sticks.
Oh yeah,
from Mythical Meats.
Mythical Meats,
where all their meat sticks are named after mythical animals.
Ooh.
And so today we're going to be trying Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, yummy. I like seafood.
Yeah.
Seafood, need it.
So, we'll be
we're gonna open it right now, huh?
Yeah, open her right now. We're gonna give her a little taste test. Come on.
Right.
Here you go, buddy. Here's your.
Oh, I had to reach.
All right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. That's pretty good. Oh, it's got some spice to it.
Yes, this is so. Along with having a mythical name, they also give you what it actually is.
Right.
So Loch Ness Monster is beef and mild buffalo.
Oh, that sounds good. It
And
tastes really good,
very
actually.
tasty.
Uh-huh.
So, folks, I recommend the Loch Ness Monster to you.
No, definitely. Yeah, that's really yummy.
That's a good one.
Oh, man. Where'd you get that?
I think it was a Facebook ad
Oh, okay.
that I found it. But I'm sure if you just Googled, oh, here it is. Here's the web address right here. mythicalmeats.com.
Mythicalmeats.com. Get yours today.
Go there and check it out. Fun little,
Fun
twist on meat sticks.
I like it.
Each meat stick is something different. So you'll just have to tune in for next episode to see what the next one is we're gonna try.
Ooh, I'm excited. That was really tasty. So I have before your horror fact of the week, I have something pretty intriguing that I found online, and we're going in this little journey. We're going to Tokyo.
Are we gonna go see Mario?
What the fuck are we going to see Mario?
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Japan.
Oh.
Super Mario World.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm retarded. Anyway, I didn't think about that. I was
Godzilla,
like,
maybe.
Yeah, that would have been a better reference for me. But
Well, being video games, a gamer and stuff, I figured Super Mario would have
fucking.
gotten you. I was trying to expand here, but
Oh, okay.
clearly I need to just keep it not.
If you use a street view at the Tamagawa Joshi station near Tokyo, Japan, you will see 8 people who are wearing pigeon masks looking at you, as if letting you walk through. Apparently, it is also said that this was a prank staged, supposedly by other students of a nearby art school, Musashino Art University.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was actually a pretty cool little picture.
Did you do it?
I didn't do it.
You
You mean like look it up?
Yeah.
No, I actually looked it up. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really weird. I wouldn't say it's like scary or anything, but it's it's weird. Are you Googling it right now?
Maybe.
You street viewing that shit? There you go. No, it's really weird. Do it. Yeah, just do it all.
Do it. All right. That's interesting. God, just the coordination
And making sure
of being there at the right time with the masks on as the Google Street View car is coming through. I mean, that's pretty good coordination.
That's a good
I think
picture.
it was an inside job.
Probably. Honestly, it's probably planned.
Yeah, it had to be. I mean, how else would you explain the coordination for such
trickery?
Yes.
So, what do you got for us this week? I'm excited.
Do you like fish?
Not particularly. I like sushi.
Hmm.
You judging me?
All right. Well, we're gonna talk about big fish.
Big fish.
Yeah.
Like Bigfoot.
No, I mean Big's not in his name, but
Oh, it's a him.
he's a big fish.
He's a big fish.
Actually, I think it's a her.
Oh. Okay.
I think it ended up being a her, but he does have a name, so I guess it is a he. I don't know. We're gonna talk about a really good classic movie, Jaws.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Jaws.
I like it.
Did you know that Jaws does not fully appear in a shot until 1 hour and 21 minutes into the movie?
Oh, like full body length?
Full body.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. While the lack of shark appearances works to heighten the tension in Jaws, the real reason the shark isn't shown in full is because the mechanical shark that was built rarely worked during filming. Director Steven Spielberg had to create inventive ways like Quint's yellow barrels to shoot around the non-functional movie shark.
Oh, wow.
The pneumatically powered shark, designed and built by production designer Joe Alves weighed in at 1.2 tons and measured 25 feet in length. Part of the reason that Martha's Vineyard was chosen as a location was because the surrounding ocean bed had a depth of 35 feet for up to 12 miles offshore, which was perfect for scenes that required the mechanical shark rig to be rested on the shallow ocean floor.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and the shark's name was Bruce.
Was Bruce?
Bruce the shark. Yep.
Not Jaws.
No.
God damn. Bruce.
Nope, the name of the mechanical shark was Bruce.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, in fact, I got some pictures here of the mechanisms and stuff, and then some of the other movie shots from the film. That film actually scared a lot of people out of the water. Yeah, it did. And they continue to have that fear of the water. Of oceans.
I do. I have that fear.
I don't think I have it as bad, but I'm definitely mindful.
It's something that you think about in reality. You
Definitely.
know what I mean? So,
so I mean that's and it spawned off 3 sequels. So there is a total of 4
Jaws
movies, if I recall right. I'd have to look it up for sure, but because there's Jaws 2, which takes place in the same town, same beach. Jaws 3, which takes place in a water park, which actually is the first Jaws movie I ever saw as a kid. As a kid, I was like 7 or 8 when I saw it. Yeah. And then there's the 4th one that takes place in, like, I want to say Jamaica, something like that.
Have you ever seen Deep Blue Sea?
That has LL Cool J in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
They made more than one of those too.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. And it just reminded me of Jaws.
Yes.
It was the same premise almost.
Kinda.
I mean, Jaws is just a regular great white. I mean, he was not a regular, but he was bigger
than normal, but
yeah,
just a great white. Nothing fancy about him as far as he wasn't genetically altered in a lab or anything like that.
Yeah, he wasn't mutated or anything. He was just a piss off shark.
Yeah. Have you seen Meg?
Yeah, actually, I have the giant megalodon shark.
Megalodon, yeah, yep. With Jason Statham.
So, I didn't like it as much. It's not. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't scary by any means. I
no,
mean, not horror as far as I would not.
It's more of just like an action movie.
Yeah. Well, which is what Statham is good at, is action films. Not knocking him. I'm just saying that's mostly what he does. And a newer good shark movie that I thought was kind of scary was 47 Meters Down.
Oh yeah, with the 2 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yes. There was a sequel.
I haven't seen the sequel.
No. The sequel is not as good as the original, but it's there.
It kind of comes with the territory of being
it happens. It's hard to, a lot of times if the first is so amazing and spectacular, it's hard to live up to that hype.
Yeah.
It really is.
When you're put on a pedestal like that, it's not really as easy. Hard. So this week I got another little 2 truths and a lie for you.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Fun game, and it is themed with our topic for today's episode. It's more haunted objects.
Nice.
Haunted things. So
I'd like to buy a vowel.
A vowel?
No. Oh, wrong game. Sorry.
Yep. Nope. Okay, so let's begin, shall we?
All right, let's hear it.
So, do you have a favorite chair in your home?
I do.
Consider cursing it after you die, so no one else can sit on it without dying.
That's a great idea.
That's what Thomas Bubsby did in 1702, right before he was executed for strangling his father-in-law to death for, you got it, sitting in his chair. Supposedly, 63 people who have sat on the chair met untimely deaths.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because, as you know, in our house we have our spots.
Yeah, I get that.
And like
Yeah, if
I haven't
anyone sits in there, you
strangled
get the
anybody,
death
but I've
load.
came pretty damn close.
Well,
when-
you consider
people sit-
cursing it.
I think I will now.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. All right, we got number 2 here. There is a Bulgarian phone number, which is 359-888-888-888, which was in use for 10 years and is now closed. The reason behind deactivating the number lies in the death of those 3 people who used it. There were 3 people.
Only 3 people used it.
Yeah, and they died from using
Like
it.
they called it, or they owned it.
No, they called it.
So only.
Oh no,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no! I'm sorry. You confused me for a second. They owned the phone.
Okay.
But yeah, they died from having that phone, and then they closed the phone number.
Okay. That's why I was just looking for clarification on that, because I mean, the more information I can get out of you on these, I can make a better educate guess and get wrong.
All right. Well, and then we got number 3 here. It's haunted email. There is a haunted email roaming the internet with only one word, Mary, written on it. If you get this email, do not open it. 12 people who have gotten this email have been reportedly killed of unknown causes only after a day of having this email.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we got a lot of deaths from haunted things.
Yeah.
Well, you got an answer?
All right. Well, you know, I really want to say the first one is the truth, because
Just because you
I
laughed. and
could
it's
I
funny.
could totally see somebody doing that. In fact, I could see. Sorry, I saw something out of the corner of my eye, just something shiny. I was like,
Oh, shiny.
it was almost like somebody opened the door. So
Oh,
I
shit.
thought maybe. So I was looking. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I could see somebody doing that. You know, I mean, my wife herself would
Probably.
would do that. I mean, strangle somebody for sitting in her spot if she really, really hated that person.
I could see it.
You know, so I kind of would say that one's true.
Okay.
The email, I'm on the fence about the email.
The email.
Yeah. You just don't hear about a lot of modern haunted objects, really. Which is weird. I mean, that does, and I've heard other people say this too. Like, when people report ghosts, they're usually ghosts from like the 1700s and shit. And you're like, why is there not a modern ghost? Like,
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
is that just a requirement? You become a ghost here, you gotta wear this 19 or 18.
You must be
dress.
you must be 50 years old or fucking 60 or 100 years old before you can actually become a ghost. It's like ghost training school.
Right?
It's like fucking getting your ID, but you have a
It takes
really long
really
line.
long time. Almost like Monsters University, where they gotta
Go through school to scare the
through-
shit out of
yeah.
kids. Yep.
So I do have a hard time with that one. The phone number one, again, technology, but I'm gonna say that the phone number is the lie.
You said the phone number is the lie?
Yeah, I'm thinking the phone number is the lie.
What's your reasoning?
Well, in 10 years, only 3 people owned that phone number and died from it. So nobody who called that number died from it. Just the people who owned it.
Yeah. Yeah, you confused me earlier. I didn't mean to confuse the audience.
You straightened that out, I think. I don't know. Why only the people that owned it?
I have
And why,
no idea.
you know, like that number, only 3 people ever used that number, and they all 3 died from it.
It's kind of a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So I wouldn't understand. Like, I could see if all three people used the same, like, physical phone, and the phone itself was haunted, but a phone number, or something that's not tangible, something that
shouldn't matter.
Yeah. And something that only three people had, and then they got rid of the number. You know, it's not like, oh, the person who... 4 people had it, and the first person that ever had it cursed that phone number, you know?
Like, fuck you, telemarketers!
Right? I'm gonna get you, telemarketers.
Stop calling this number. That's right. You call this number. It's not that you die.
Right? So, yeah. I'm gonna go with the phone number.
You're gonna go with the phone number?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's wrong.
Son of a bitch.
It was the email.
Was it the email?
It was the email,
I was torn between those two, and I tried to reason with it. And the email, I think, is kind of the same thing with the phone number. Like, it's not a tangible thing. I can see if some bitch, like, decided to curse and haunt my laptop, and she's sending out cursed emails, then okay.
An old typewriter that could send emails somehow. Just fucking click, click, click. Click, click, click,
You will
click.
die now.
Curse thee.
Kill him now.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, okay. Wow. No. I didn't see that one coming.
I was surprised about the phone
because
number.
I was thinking more of the phone number would be it, but you know.
Yeah, no, I'm a good writer. Just kidding.
You get better.
Yeah. Well, are you excited to talk about your story?
I am very excited. In fact, I have changed up my lineup.
Your lineup?
Yeah. So I had my first story was the 100% real true story.
Right.
Some of the things, but I decided to do that one as my second story because I just like it that much more.
So
I think it's a better story.
Okay. So to confirm, you have 2, right?
I have 2 stories.
Perfect.
Okay, there it is.
I am ready for the spoops.
Are you ready for this?
I am ready. What's your first story?
Okay, we are going to be talking about a Dybbuk box.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, buddy. Gotcha. Dybbuk box. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's a demon in a box.
Pretty much.
It's the shittiest version of Jack in the Box I've ever seen.
Yeah. According to Jewish folklore, Dybbuk is a dark spirit that takes over the bodies of living people and uses them for evil. Legend has it that a Dybbuk can be trapped inside a box and prevented from causing mischief, unless the box is opened, that is. Several years ago, the Dybbuk box, shown in the following figure, it's one of the pictures up here, came up for sale on eBay. The seller listed a vintage wine cabinet that came from the estate of a woman who survived a World War II concentration camp. The seller, an antique dealer named Kevin Manis, claimed that the first owner's granddaughter was terrified of the box, warning him that her grandmother said that it held a Dybbuk. After buying the cabinet, he was plagued by a series of unfortunate events and reoccurring nightmares of an old hag that would brutally attack him, causing him to wake up with bruises on his body. He also experienced an overpowering stench of cat urine in his home. He didn't have any cats.
It's fucking nasty. Oh God.
He had no cats. He owned no cats. So tragically, his mother suffered a stroke while opening the box. Not surprisingly, he decided to get rid of it after that.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Did she died?
His
mom.
His mom.
Oh, that's sad.
So I have more going on. That's just one story of the Dybbuk box. Actually, I have a couple of stories of a Dybbuk box.
Perfect.
So, Dybbuk box. The box eventually ended up in the hands of Missouri Medical Museum director Jason Haxton, who was skeptical about the powers attributed to the box. He soon changed his mind after acquiring the box. He began to experience a series of medical maladies, including bleeding eyes and strange rashes. He also began to dream of being attacked by an old hag and would also awake with bruises on his body. Kevin Manis told me that while the box was in Haxton's basement, a man died there, and his body was found lying next to the box. He eventually became so unnerved by the box that he reached out to scientists and rabbis who instructed him to build a wooden ark lined with 24 karat gold, place the box inside, and bury it in the ground.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. The box was opened during that time that it was owned by Jason Haxton. He retrieved it from its burial site for a special appearance on my television show. The box, television show Deadly Possessions. I arranged to have the box placed in a containment room so that Kevin Manis, the previous owner, could confront his fears about the box. When he opened it, he found the contents were intact. There was a dried rose, 2 coins from the 1920s, a small gold kiddish wine goblet, 2 locks of hair, an octopus-legged candlestick holder called a Shabbat, and an engraving of the word Shalom, which means peace in Hebrew. When Kevin opened the box, the lights in the building started to flash. Strange sounds were heard, and strangest of all, Kevin turned to face the wall, and he got a very weird expression on his face. His voice changed, and he started to recite a story about a shadow man. He then started speaking in tongues and making bizarre whistling sounds. He was sweating profusely and began to cough uncontrollably.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Like, burn that shit.
In 2018, singer-songwriter Post Malone visited the Haunted Museum. During his visit there, they were there together in the Dybbuk Box room. He heard the unmistakable sound of a little girl's voice. Moments later, something began to affect us. This sensation prompted him to remove it from the protective case, and something was telling him to open the box. After a very tense moment between Post and myself, I touched the box. I began to panic and scream, cry, and hyperventilate. Concerned, Post reached out and touched my shoulder. When he did, I felt something pass through my body. When we left the museum, Post saw the dark shadow figure that so many people have encountered follow us out. The next day, he sent me a photo of a mysterious bruise that appeared on his arm. After his visit, he was involved in an emergency landing in his private jet. His car was involved in an accident, and armed robbers targeted his home in San Francisco that they believed to be his. I believe that a curse from the box affected him in a series of these events.
Fucking Post Malone, dude. He would be the guy that do some shit like that. And I've actually seen that in a news article of like him doing some haunted thing. I never read into it. I just saw like an article for it.
Yeah.
So that's fucking Post Malone.
On Halloween 2018, Ghost Adventures aired a live special from the Haunted Museum when I planned to open the Dybbuk Box myself. During that time, I had owned the box. I had been too cautious to open it because of the events that had transpired with it in the past. I planned to open the box on live television, but in the end, I did not. I'm a very empathetic person. After many cases that I have been involved with, my body has become sort of a tuned instrument when it comes to the paranormal. I believe that Dybbuk Box was aware that we were on live television that night. It had no interest in performing. It does things on its schedule, in its own time, not according to our clock. I felt as though the energy in that room started peaking. It was overwhelming. I could feel that something very bad would have happened had I opened the box.
Oh, wow. That's... fuck, dude.
The box remains on display in the Haunted Museum, where it is regularly seen by the thousands of visitors who come to experience it every month. Approach it at your own risk. I say that from experience. I have a bizarre connection to that box. It will pull me into that room, and sometimes I talk to it in whispers and words that I don't understand. Sometimes I cannot even open the door to the room. At other times I feel that I can control it. It is a very strange relationship I have with it, the Dybbuk Box, and at some point perhaps I will be able to truly understand it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
God, dude, I don't know if I'd have the guts to actually open that box. Like, I mean, there's a part of me that's skeptical in a sense. Okay, because you and I were actually talking about this not too long ago. I was telling you, so Ghost Adventures, right?
Yeah.
They're at their show, not any others or anything. Just Ghost Adventures with the main guy. I think his name is Zach, who's in it. He was caught for faking a lot of the paranormal shit in his episodes.
Really?
He got caught
I didn't know that.
for faking it. The only show that hasn't gotten caught, I believe, is Ghost Hunters, which is on the same channel. Yeah.
Competition, anyone? Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it, honestly, because like Ghost Hunters was like more realistic to me, in the fact being that they used a lot more science in the show. Yeah. Zach's show, as much as it was entertaining, it was more like it was dramatic in a lot of sense. Like, he dramatized every episode that was happening, kind of made a big
to do about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just it was fun. It was fun to watch, and it was entertaining, but it wasn't something that I would be like, oh, this is so realistic, because he's been apparently possessed multiple times on his show and on his episodes and stuff.
Yeah. I would call bullshit on that one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it makes me a little skeptical, but like, I don't know.
I'm definitely skeptical with you. Yeah, but there's certain things that I just won't mess with.
I don't think I'd open the box.
I would go see one.
Yeah.
And maybe this is a big maybe, but maybe touch the box,
but not open it.
I don't think I would ever open it.
That's fair.
Just because, if you err on the side of caution, what if it's real? What if it is really real and you open it and you're fucked? You know?
Then you're kind of SOL there.
So on that's why I wouldn't do that. But I have no problems going to like haunted locations. You know?
Fuck you, Goatman.
I was just gonna say that. God damn it! Oh, that was hilarious.
Beat you to it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I
haven't watched any more of it yet, but that episode was hilarious.
Yeah, I showed him and his wife the BuzzFeed Unsolved, and it's such a good watch, because you have this skeptical.
My bridge now, bitch.
Yeah, this is my bridge. They'll tell tales of me here. Like, and it was Goatman's Bridge over in Dallas, Texas, right?
It's by Dallas. Texas.
By Dallas.
It's like if I googled it, because I'm heading to Texas next month, and I wanted to check it out, but it's gonna be way too far away from where I'm gonna be at. But from Texas, it's like a 40-minute drive. Yeah. Or from Dallas, sorry.
Yeah, from Texas.
Yeah, from Texas. You go 45 minutes into Texas.
Texas to Texas. Yeah, no, but it's such a funny show, because you got this really skeptical dude, Shane, and then you have Ryan, this like fucking carrying around a squirt gun full of holy water, super superstitious, and it's just a funny watch. Yeah. And I suggest anybody that's not seen it to just check it out.
I think you're more like Ryan.
I'm more like, no, I don't think so. Like,
maybe not to the extent of the squirt gun full of holy water, but
I think I'm more on the fence in between.
I would say I'm probably closer to Shane.
I don't know. Like, I
mean, there's definitely some things that I wouldn't mess with, like they were messing with the Ouija board, and
I've messed with the Ouija board.
That's just one thing. You know, maybe it was just because it's been ingrained in my head since a little youngster that you just don't mess with those.
Nothing happened. I don't
This time.
This time, I don't. We sat there for a good like hour trying to fuck with this thing, and it was me and 2 other friends, and nothing happened. Nothing moved. Nothing felt weird. It was just.
I think it's the setting of where you do it at and everything.
Oh, we lit candles. We turned the lights off. We did fucking everything.
No. I was meaning like you did it at their house, right?
Yeah.
I bet you it would be different if you were, say, at the cemetery,
You
or someplace where known activity is.
All right, I'll do it at the cemetery next time.
You know,
I'll do it. There's supposed to be a little girl who roams the cemetery.
yes,
here in
I
Ephrata.
have heard that.
I
would love to go
investigate
that. Yeah,
I would
I'm
think
down.
it'd be interesting to
I'm
do.
down to investigate.
Yeah, let's do it. Be a fun little tidbit of us just roaming
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
I mean,
close to home.
yeah, a couple minutes away.
So
At least we know Taco Bell's open. We can get some late night snackage while we're
just fucking
sitting
eating
in the
Taco
car
Bell.
doing our little stakeout.
I'll bring in an offering of Doritos Locos Tacos.
Yeah, I mean, depending on when the girl died. And,
I think she
you know.
died in the early 2000s.
Okay, so she's definitely got to love Taco Bell
Yeah,
or McDonald's. I mean, we bring her both and be like, here's our offering.
I got you nuggies.
Chicky nuggies,
Chicken nuggies. Got you them chicken tendies.
a couple different sauces, so she has her choice.
Fucking honey barbecue.
Sweet and sour all the way.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. Honey barbecue ain't got shit on sweet and sour. But no, I'm down to do some little ghost activities
Sweet. So, are you ready
for your
for
personal.
my next tale?
Is it really a tale if it's personal?
Okay, you ready for my true story?
Your true story. I am ready.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to say that the names have been changed to protect the privacy of the real family.
Okay.
But make no mistakes. This is a real event that tormented and terrified the family for months on end. It happened.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
I am ready.
For the tale of the tapestry.
Of the tapestry.
Small happy family in a sleepy little town. Ben, the middle child, was always fond of art and old things. One day Ben and his mom went to a second-hand store, just rummaging around for whatever cool old stuff that could capture his imagination. After an hour of looking and coming up empty-handed, Ben was ready to give up and leave when he noticed a rolled-up tapestry in the corner, all dust-covered. He begged his mom to buy it, saying, "I'll do dishes for a week, please, please, please." Ben's mom gave in and bought it. Yay! As soon as they got home, Ben raced inside and hurried to hang it up so everybody could see his new second-hand find. As Ben rolled out the tapestry, he noticed a little twinkle from one of the animal's eyes. He shrugged it off, thinking it was just some glitter that got trapped in there. Yeah, happens. Ben continued to hang up the beautiful artwork of 4 cats in a basket playing with yarn. Ben was the only one in the family, including his older sisters, that was into art. But even they could appreciate the cat tapestry. About a week goes by. The newness of the tapestry started to wear off. This is when weird and unusual things started to happen around the house. First it was little innocent things like a light on here or a picture knocked over there. All things Ben's mom could just explain away by saying, "One of you must have forgotten to turn the light off," or "the window was left open, letting a breeze in that knocked the picture over." This went on for weeks, like innocent pranks being played. But soon those pranks would take a turn towards the not so innocent or harmless. Ben's older sister, Izzy, started hearing noises at night all throughout the house. It was as if a cat was running around, scratching the walls and knocking stuff over. This worried Izzy a lot since the family did not have any pets besides a goldfish they won at the fair a few years back. Which meant to Izzy that a wild animal like a feral cat or raccoon or worse, a mountain lion broke into their house. Izzy had quite the imagination. That got her into a lot of trouble sometimes. The next morning, Izzy jumped out of bed, looking all over the house for traces of the break-in, but there were none to be found. Cupboard doors were wide open, glasses shattered on the floor, and a very odd-looking scratches on the wall below where the tapestry was hung. Now Ben, every morning, has a routine. Gets up, brushes his teeth, walks past the tapestry, says hi to the cats in the picture. But this particular morning, Ben followed his usual routine. Only this time, when he said hi, he noticed one of the cats was missing. Yelling for his mom, like the house is on fire. Mom! 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 She came running as fast as she could, thinking the worst. When Ben started to explain, she got mad at him, saying, "Really? This is what the fuss is all about? Really, you just miscounted. Stop messing around and trying to scare your sisters and go get ready for school." After weeks of noticing that there was either a cat missing or the cats in different spots on the tapestry, Ben started to think that they were ghosts or demons. Izzy started to wake up to scratches on her arms and legs with no idea how she got them. Their mom started to suspect the kids were playing around in the abandoned lot next door and getting hurt there without noticing, giving an explanation to the scratches. It wasn't until one night Izzy woke up to all the cats on top of her, with their eyes glowing a reddish-orange color. Too scared to move, she just lied there, silently watching them, till one of the cats noticed and decided that tonight was the night they were going to attack her face and try to suffocate him. Come morning, Izzy told Ben what happened after she finished. Ben looked at her in disbelief as if this was one hell of a story even for her. She proceeded to show Ben where all the scratches were at and suggested they set a trap that night. So Izzy and Ben started brainstorming different ideas on how to catch the cats while they were not in the tapestry. After lots of different ideas, the only one that sounded like it was feasible for Ben was for Ben to hide in Izzy's closet with a camera and jump out and take a picture of them. Night after night, week after week, they tried this, but the cats went silent, no activity. Until one night, Ben was ready to give up and call it a night. Ben saw one right after the other walk into Izzy's room and jump on her bed. Ben quickly grabbed the camera and started taking picture after picture until the whole roll was used. The next day they went to the local store to get the film developed. It took a couple days before it was ready for pickup, but when they picked it up, there was a couple test pictures they took earlier in the day and a ton of Izzy laying in her bed with a look of terror on her face. But there were no cats to be found. Only blurry spots where they would have been. That's it. Izzy, they have to be either ghosts or something evil, said Ben, after discovering that Ben and Izzy wanted it gone. As soon as they got home, Ben ripped it off the wall and then threw it away, knowing that it was garbage day and that it was going to get picked up soon. They both sighed, had a sigh of relief knowing that it was gone. Things were going to go back to normal around the house, at least for a couple weeks. Until one day the tapestry just showed up back on the wall where it was before. Ben was sleeping in this particular morning when Izzy came rushing into his room screaming, "It's back! It's back!" Ben, all groggy, was all, "What's back? It's too early for this crap. Go back and go to bed. Leave me alone." Izzy started to shake Ben awake, saying, "The tapestry, it's back on the wall." Hearing this, Ben immediately woke up and jumped out of bed to go look. Sure enough, the tapestry was back on the wall, with all four cats intact. So they concocted a new plan to try and burn it that night in their burn barrels. As the sun set, they started up the burn barrel, and when the fire was at its hottest, they threw it in, watching it burn, hearing faint sounds of cats in pain, until it was all ash. Going to bed that night, Izzy and Ben felt good about themselves for vanquishing the demon cats, or so they thought. The next morning, the tapestry was back, hanging on the wall where it was, as usual. And now the demon cats all had angry expressions on their faces and eyes that seemed to follow Ben no matter what. With all the failed attempts to get rid of the tapestry, Ben decided that it was time for a different approach and tried to apologize to the demon cats and offered a mouse as a sign of being sorry. This worked, but only for a little while, until one night the cats decided to attack Izzy and Ben, terrorizing them all night long and leaving their arms and legs and faces all scratched up. After Ben did as much research as possible, he came to the conclusion that the only way to be rid of the demon cat tapestry was to find it a new home. This is a hard task due to everybody he and his sisters already knew about the unique things the tapestry does. A new neighbor moved in a few houses down, so Ben decided, as a welcoming gift, he would pass the tapestry on to her. After doing so, the demon cats, nor the tapestry, ever came back. The neighbor eventually went through all the same motions Ben and his family did, only to come to Ben and ask how to make it stop. Ben told her the only way to get rid of the demon cats to stop would be to give it to another individual and hope it never returns. To this day, no one knows what or where the tapestry is.
Oh shit. Damn. Fucking giving it away like that goddamn, what was it? It Follows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Interesting. Kind of
Obviously,
fucked up.
I had to leave some of the stuff was left out of it that was told to me, just for time's sake. There was a lot going on, a lot more events. I tried to summarize them up the best I could. And again, like I said, names have been changed to protect the family.
Oh shit, okay.
But I know this family very well. And very credible source.
Very credible source. It was a good story. I thought it was very interesting. Demon Tapestry.
Yes.
Shit. No one knows where it's at, huh?
No. It has not been seen nor heard from ever since it was given away.
Was there any pictures?
I have some pictures of cat tapestries. None are the exact look as it was described.
Okay.
But I have them up here. Each of these cat tapestries has 4 cats in it.
That's creepy, dude. And
the eyes. Oh, except for this one. This one only has 3 cats. I thought they all had 4. Sorry. And then the eyes would follow them.
see, that's weird. And fucking the parent not listening to the kids. Just get rid of the goddamn tapestry.
This is the closest picture to it right there. The cat's in a basket, yarn. There's 4 of them there.
Oh shit.
That was the closest picture I could find, as described. Yeah, it went on for a very long time until it was passed on to a new person.
Jesus.
Yeah, scratches, the terror, the cats disappearing out of it.
Goddamn.
Can you imagine being Ben, waking up, walking past that thing every morning?
Nope.
And seeing their eyes just follow you as you walk past them, only to notice one of them's not there.
I would have punched it.
Like, where was it? Where was the demon cat that wasn't in the picture?
Do you know, that kind of reminds me of I know it's kind of off track, but like in the movie Harry Potter, you know how like the pictures could like walk in the background and it would look like they're further away?
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I was going through my mind when you were reading the story. And yeah, no,
just reading it, you know.
Yeah,
got the chills.
No, it was pretty creepy, honestly. God damn.
Yeah, it went on for quite some time, like I said. It that poor family. Poor kids. When the mom didn't believe them.
It's like some like Indian shit, like Native American kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh wow.
interesting stuff. And just the fact that nobody's seen it since.
Fuck, just keep gifting and gifting and gifting and gifting. I wonder,
Kind of curious where it's at now, you know.
shows back up one day.
Oh, I would be terrified if it showed back up.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting, honestly.
Yeah, you come home from work one day and it's just like boom, right there on the wall. You're like, eeh.
Get a video. I honestly, I would get a video camera nowadays
And video it
and just fucking have the camera sit and just-
24/7.
Yep, and just see what the fuck happens. Or a security camera.
Yeah.
Security. That would probably be better, especially if it doesn't happen at first, and then you just start noticing it, but see what happens and just have it zoomed in.
Yeah.
See, I would do something like that.
And the weird
but
scratches on the wall below where it was hung.
it's like it was like trying to claw.
Climb back
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Or like it was like sliding out and it would just claw the wall going down.
Yeah. And
know?
From the way it was told to me, where it was at and how the house was oriented, the hallway kind of dead ended at Ben's room.
Bastards. How old was Ben?
I would say about 7 or 8.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Back in like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, it would have been the early 90s at that point, if I remember how the story went. Yeah.
Oh shit. Fucking good little 80s horror right there.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
There you go.
Well, I think we're getting at a point where we can give our little sponsor break right now. So,
Shudder.
no, actually,
Dang
little note on that. I got a message back from Shudder.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit.
So the message states,
Probably nothing good though.
no, it was good. We aren't getting a sponsorship through Shudder.
Okay.
We have an opportunity to.
Okay. What do we have to do?
We have to get a few. We have to get at least. What was it? It was in the thousands range of each view. Every episode.
Oh, okay.
Every
okay,
episode. We had to get thousands views on
To get a
every episode, and a certain quota you have to meet to be able to get the sponsorship through Shudder.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But they said to check back in with them as soon as that happens. So, not to put any strenuous stress on our viewers out there, but if you are enjoying the show and if you have a like for horror and a love for us, definitely share with friends and family. Help us help you get better.
Yes, help us. And Shudder just comes up because we
Watch it.
watch movies on there all the time. I mean, there's no other reason other than that, honestly.
Yeah, but
It's really good one-stop shop for B movies.
yeah.
You know.
And that's definitely why. And they were really intrigued when I told them what we do, what we about, and
Nice.
it was really awesome.
That is awesome.
So we have a chance. If you guys want to give us that little bit of help, it'd be amazing.
We might actually be able to afford a real studio.
A real studio, and actually, yeah, help us make a small living off of this. That'd be amazing. Nah, it's just fun just to do it though.
I'm having fun just doing it.
No.
I just would maybe like
But-
to have a better office.
A better office would be awesome. But you know what? I enjoy doing it here, and I'm enjoying the time that we get to do it. So
Yeah.
no worries, no strenuous, but do share with your friends and family.
Yeah, share with everybody.
Share with
Anybody
everybody.
who loves horror, comedy. I mean,
Shove it on your kids' iPod.
This episode's so far been a little bit darker, not as much humor as usual, but we balance it out.
Yeah.
We have humor, making fun of ourselves quite a bit.
And that's the way to do it.
Yeah. And, did I mention that I got myself a new toy?
What's your toy?
I now have a 3D printer.
Oh, shit.
So I will be printing us out our logo.
Ooh.
Yeah. It'll be on our desk. It'll be all backlit, all fancy smancy.
It'll look pretty badass when we are on camera within the next few episodes. I'm going to try to get it to where we can be on camera, and that's just how it's going to be.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to do it
everybody
like
will
that.
see our real expressions and
See how
retarded we look.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got it.
Yep. But on that note, why don't you take it away, Anchor?
They're here.
That was a good sponsor break.
Yeah, it was. Holy shit, that was some weird stuff when we came back, though.
Yeah, after your story, it looks like our audio took a shit.
Yeah, something weird happened to your mic.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't know, man. That's
Some shit's about to go down. It's the haunted mic. God damn it.
hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully that weirdness didn't transpose over into the recording already.
Yeah, no,
That was weird stuff, man. Like,
yeah, mic was fine. The first recording's good. Everything's going well. And then we came back and we sat down, and we did a little test, because we always do a test right before we start recording again, and it was just
static.
Yeah, it was
your mic
so bad.
had so much static coming out of it that it overpowered every other sound.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That was extremely weird. I know we haven't been doing this for like years and years, but out of all the
episodes
we've done, not once have we had a mic do that.
Yeah, and this has never done that before. This is been using this mic for the past 4 episodes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's some spooky shit there, man.
Some spooky stuff going on.
Really spooky.
Time to get a little bit more spooktacular.
I don't know if I can handle that.
You don't know if you can handle it?
After the last story, and then the microphone acting up. I don't know, man.
We're about to delve. We're about to dive.
What are you gonna dive into?
It's called The Hands Resist Him. It's a painting by Bill Stoneham. No one could have ever known that a photograph was taken of Bill Stoneham when he was 5 would go on to become one of the most famous cursed paintings in history. At the time, Stoneham's father was in advertising and did a lot of traveling. His family was staying at his grandmother's apartment in Chicago to save money. The place was so small that Bill had to sleep on a mat in a closet filled with coats and dresses. He regularly played with a little girl from the neighborhood, and one day his parents both had kids pose in front of a glass door for a photo. They couldn't have known that 2 decades later, Stoneham would turn the ordinary photograph into a terrifying painting that has become the stuff of internet legend. In 1972, Bill's first wife, Rowan, wrote a poem called Hands Resist Him. It was about Bill's experience of being adopted and never knowing his biological siblings. At the time, the couple lived in California, and Bill was contract with the art gallery owner, Charles Feingarten, to produce 2 paintings each month for a fee of $200 each. With his deadline approaching, he used his wife's poem and the old photo of himself with the neighbor girl as inspiration. Stoneham called the painting The Hands Resist Him, and he turned it over to Charles Feingarten for a large gallery show in 1974. At the show, the painting was purchased by actor John Marley, most famous for his role as the movie producer in The Godfather, who wakes up with a severed horse head in his bed. The gallery show also led to the painting at first press mention when it was reviewed by noted art critic Henry Seldes. And then things got strange. Between 1978 and 1984, 3 of the men closest to the painting died. Seldes in 1978, Feingarten in 1981, and Marley in 1984. The painting disappeared from the public view after Marley's death, and it would be another 26 years before Stoneham heard about his painting again. He would later find out that it had been abandoned behind a California brewery that was turned into an art space. In 2000, the painting resurfaced in a listing on eBay. The family selling it had a chilling story to tell. Their kids claimed that the boy and the doll in the painting were fighting and coming into their room at night, so Dad set up a camera to show them that they were just seeing things. There was nothing to be afraid of. Instead, he saw the boy crawl out of the painting. He quickly put the painting up on eBay with a disclaimer. These details proved to be a huge draw for buyers. The eBay listing was viewed more than 30,000 times. Some of the viewers even complained to the seller about experiencing supernatural occurrences after merely visiting the listing. They claimed to hear voices in their homes. Others said that they became ill after viewing the painting. Another claimed to have been blacked out. By the time the painting was sold to gallery owner Kim Smith for $1,000 and $1,025, its legend had spread across the internet. Today, the painting is in the storage at the Smith's Gallery in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He has been asked to see the painting only a handful of times over the years, but still receives messages each week from people who are terrified by it. I tried to purchase this painting for the Haunted Museum, but it was unable to make a deal with the current owner. However, I was unable to stop thinking about it, so I started doing some research and got in touch with the artist, Bill Stoneham. Oddly, when we spoke, Bill told me that he sensed a strange connection to me and that it was fate that I had called him. He eventually ended up painting for me the prequel to The Hands Resist Him, which he called The Hands Invent Him. It portrays the inside of a window from the original painting. This was a surreal experience for me, and it ended up becoming even eerier. Bill did not want me to see the painting until it was completed and shipped to me. While the painting was in transit, several staff members of the Haunted Museum and I began hearing the sound of a child's tricycle traveling the halls of the building. The sound was often accompanied by the ringing sound of a bicycle bell. Ring, ring. Around this same time, a light bulb mysteriously exploded in the oddities room. It was located above an old coin-op machine that was on display. The particular machine had a long horse coming out of it with a hand on the end. Once the painting arrived, I realized that it depicted a long horse with a hand on the end of it ringing the bell on a tricycle. It was an absolute shock over this. I had no logical way to explain the connection between the painting and the events that occurred at the Haunted Museum, except to say that Bill Stoneham is a very mystical person. He creates tarot cards and is very much in touch with the other side. Somehow, our connection created a link between me and two versions of the Hands paintings. And that was his story. Pretty crazy.
Wow. Just
but similar almost to your
I was thinking that as you were reading it.
The tapestry.
Like, that's a very similar thing.
Yeah.
Very similar story.
Very
the fact that they heard the tricycle and the tricycle bell.
Yeah.
And the painting hadn't even gotten there yet.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I thought was really odd, at least, that the three people that had the painting or had something to do with it were dead, just gone.
Yeah, that wow. It just,
I don't know. I thought it was a very creepy looking piece too. If you're looking at the picture, you can just
looking
something
at it,
eerie about it.
Yeah,
it's got a weird vibe.
Definitely a weird vibe. Kind of creeps me out.
Yeah.
I have this issue with tapestry picture haunting things.
You're about to have an issue with.
So, those things kind of bother me a little bit.
Yeah. You're about to have an issue with the next story I have to tell.
Clowns. Is it fucking clowns?
It's not clowns. I promise. It actually inspired the movie Chucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a part of an inspiration to the Chucky franchise.
Was it Annabelle?
No, actually. This is about Robert the Doll.
Ooh.
The beginning. The story of Robert the Doll dates back to the early 1900s when a young boy named Eugene Robert Otto was given a one-of-a-kind handmade doll by a servant that worked for his parents in his home. Eugene, who everyone called Gene, named the doll Robert, quickly became attached to his new friend. The home where Eugene lived, now called the Artist's House, is located at 534 Eaton Street and was built between 1980 and 1998. It was here that Eugene was given Robert the doll, and where a friendship that lasted throughout his lifetime and beyond was forged. While he seemed like an ordinary cloth doll, it wasn't long before Robert was involved in strange but terrifying events. The first hint that something out of the ordinary was happening was one night when Gene, who was only 10 years old, awoke to find Robert the doll sitting at the end of his bed staring at him. Moments later, his mother had awakened by his screams for help and the sounds of furniture being overturned in her son's bedroom. Gene cried for help, begging his mother to rescue him. When she finally was able to wrench the locked door open, she saw poor Gene curled up in fear on his bed, his room in shambles, and Robert the doll sitting at the foot of the bed. "Robert did it," were the only words Gene could get out, the same words he would later use many times throughout his childhood when something strange, mysterious, or destructive would happen. Did Robert do it? Nobody knows for sure why or how this child's plaything could actually wreak havoc on a child's bedroom or do anything at all. After all, it was just a toy, right? But the weird and inexplicable didn't stop at the one occurrence. Gene's parents would often hear their son upstairs talking to the doll and getting a response back in a totally different voice. They reported seeing the doll speak and witnessing his expression change, giggling, and sightings of Robert running up the steps or staring out the upstairs window were also reported. Robert continued to live with Gene throughout his lifetime, and after Gene's parents died, he moved back into their home with his wife, Anne. Gene decided that the doll needed a room of his own and placed him in the upstairs room that had a window overlooking the street. Anne felt uneasy with Robert in the house, and although she couldn't put her finger on it, she wanted Gene to lock the doll up in the attic where he could do no harm. Gene conceded, and as one could imagine, Robert the doll was not happy with his new digs. Soon, visitors to the home heard footsteps in the attic, the sounds of someone pacing back and forth and devilish giggling. Neighborhood children reported seeing Robert watching them from the window in the upstairs bedroom and told accounts of the doll actually mocking them as they walked to school. When Gene heard this, he immediately went to investigate, knowing that he had locked Robert in the attic, and there was no way he could be sitting in the window of the upstairs bedroom. But to his complete shock, when he opened the door to the bedroom, there was Robert, sitting in the rocking chair by the window. Gene locked Robert back up in the attic several times, each time discovering him again sitting by the window in that same upstairs bedroom. A new child to terrorize. Gene Otto died in 1974, and when a new owner moved into the house on Eaton Street, their 10-year-old daughter was delighted to find Robert the doll in the attic. But her delight ended soon when she claimed that Robert was alive and that the doll wanted to hurt her. She awoke often in the middle of the night screaming in fear and told her parents that Robert had moved about in the room. It wasn't long before Robert the doll was given away, and today he lives in the East Martello Fort, where visitors from all over the world come to see him. Is Robert really possessed? Many believe that the origin of Robert's evils lies in the one who originally gave him to Gene, Otto, the servant who worked there for Gene's parents. The woman was supposedly mistreated by her bosses, and to punish them, it is believed that she cursed the doll with voodoo and black magic. That might even explain the many mysterious and frightening experiences people have had with Robert the doll. But if so, wouldn't the haunting end when the owners died? No one really knows for sure, but one thing still remains constant. Robert the Doll continues to taunt and scare those who come to view him, especially guests to the museum who attempt to take photos. Many have reported their cameras becoming inoperable, and they tried to take a picture of Robert, only to begin working again when they left the museum. Robert the Doll sits inside a glass case, but it doesn't seem to stop him from inflicting fear and discomfort to museum staff and visitors. Staff members report that Robert's facial expression changes, hearing demonic giggling, and have seen Robert put his hand up to the glass. Meet Robert at the East Martello Museum. Visitors are welcome to view Robert in a special case at the museum, and of course encouraged to try to get a photo, though most who have tried have been unsuccessful. If nothing else, get a close look at Robert and watch him carefully. Try to catch a glimpse of him smirking at you, moving about in his case, or watching you watch him. And that was the story of Robert the Doll.
Wow. Holy shit.
I want to go see him. I've seen pictures.
That was going to be my next question was, where is this museum?
I can't.
You don't have that information?
No, I know
Okay.
the museum, like, I have the museum's name here. It's the
Okay.
Martello, the East Martello Museum, which I can't remember what that was at. I'm assuming you're looking that up right now. So any of our viewers who have seen Robert the Doll, I want to hear if someone's seen him move, speak, or like done anything, or just gave him the chills. I don't know, something. But
Yeah,
I thought it was an interesting story, and he kind of creepy looking.
Yes, definitely. I'm sitting here looking at the.
He's
The
not
one
very
thing though
big.
is it says something about people's cameras glitch out and stuff, and so hardly anybody can get a picture of him. But in the slideshow here, there's pictures
several
of him.
Yeah.
And people with him. So it's kind of like, all right,
Yeah, I don't know if it's got to refer to like the older cameras. Like what are they called? The
Polaroid.
Polaroid cameras. I wonder, because there's this. It's really weird, which takes me back to another story that I'll probably bring up in another episode. But it's there's this couple, and him and his husband live in this house, and they were taking pictures inside the house of each other when they first bought it, and there's like apparitions in the photos, and they literally have people come into their house all the time to take pictures. And people are like, oh, this is fake, and they say bring your own brand new Polaroid cameras, and it'll happen.
It has something to do with how the film is on the Polaroids. So Robert the Doll is located at the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida.
So it's in Florida.
We're going to Florida, buddy.
We're going to Florida. I like it.
You know what else is in Florida?
What's in Florida?
Universal Studios.
I was going to say chicks in bikinis, but...
Well,
and
the thing about Universal Studios is...
And
right,
I'm sorry.
They are starting... They will have their own Monsters Universe part.
See, that would be really cool to check out. I was also thinking
the
of...
old school monsters. The original Universal monsters.
Yeah, that'd be really, really awesome to go check out. I was thinking of that guy that threw a fucking alligator in the drive-thru window in Florida.
I would totally do that.
Where the fuck do you get an alligator just to fucking like chuck?
It's Florida.
Forgot my nuggets.
Probably your backyard.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, little buddy, want to go for a car ride with me? And then you got so pissed off. I'm like, fuck you! Alligator attack!
Chomp, chomp, chomp. That'd be some
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
But no, I would love to go visit. Like especially the what's it called? Ed and Lorraine Warren's
Yes, I would
museum.
love to do their museum too. Yes.
That's another one I'd like to go check out. There's just so many places.
There's so many really cool places. In fact, every time I travel somewhere new, I look up cool, scary, haunted things, creepy things in those areas to check out.
Yeah, when I was in when we went to Oregon, I there's this coffee shop that's down there that's supposed to be some kind of haunted background to it or whatever, and they make it's really good coffee and really bomb ass cake that they got there, and it's got a creepy vibe. They do this old lady does like live piano music that she plays while you're eating and drinking and stuff. And apparently it's supposed to be actually haunted. So
interesting.
No, I've yet to seen anything. I've been there a few times, and just because good food.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that I'd like to go take you to.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to make a trip down there.
Yeah.
Is it where's it at? Is it like in Gresham or?
It's
or is it actually in Portland?
It's a little outside of Portland. Just a little bit outside. It's not in Portland, but it's a little outside.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah. But that's a place that's closer. We can go check out.
Well, there's definitely a bunch of places here in Washington to go check out.
Yeah, like the fucking. I want to get into the fucking insane asylum, and
yes, that
go
would be cool.
Videotape inside the asylum itself,
and take a Polaroid. Take the Polaroid camera with us.
A bunch of pictures, video camera.
Pictures of it, yeah,
that'd be really fun.
But there's even places closer by. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know that there's places closer by to go check out too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
May not be haunted per se, but just creepy.
Yeah, I know there's some ghost towns here in Washington.
Yeah. Well, just like that. Creepy old abandoned camp that we went to.
That's literally right.
It's just right in our backyard. It's
2 miles away, yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that's a fun little. It's a little bit of a hike, but it's creepy.
It was like a 30-minute hike, yeah.
Yeah. That's a creepy one.
Yeah. I would love. We're gonna take some pictures and shit the next time we go.
And just up the hill from there was an insane asylum.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we used to have an insane asylum right up the hill.
Bunch of crazy people.
Well, that explains the whole town, right?
Yeah. Crazy or easy. No, I'm just kidding. A little dark humor for you. So
there is evil.
Yeah, I think this is a good episode this week for sure.
Very good. Definitely some creepy vibes I got off that, especially with our weird technical issues. Like, we've never had that. It's so weird.
We've had technical issues, but we've never had that during the show.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, definitely not during the show. We haven't. We've had issues prior or after, and why it's been a little bit longer than normal to get an episode out. We've been just some technical issues and some PC problems. Got the PC fixed. It's running good.
Yeah, no, it's doing a lot better. We were hoping that it wasn't. I gotta say, I want to put this out there. There's something that I heard that I'd like to share with everybody, and maybe somebody needs to hear it as much as I needed to hear it not too long ago.
Stop being an asshole.
Yeah, that too. But no, so when I was listening to Inside of You podcast with Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, I like that podcast.
Yeah,
Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah,
he's the shit.
He is the shit.
He loves horror.
I know that. Yeah, he's a big horror buff.
He is. Yeah.
He was doing an episode with Tom Wellings, and I was listening.
Superman.
Yeah, I was listening to the episode, and he was talking about it, and he said something that really resonated with me, and I think that was, with the technical difficulties, I think this is something that has been an issue with myself personally, but he said you can't be in creative mode when you're in survival mode, and just with that could be anything. That could be issues with home life. That could be issues with mental health.
Not having a kitchen.
Not having a kitchen. Yeah, that
still don't have a fucking kitchen.
You see that?
Over a month now.
I know.
Fucking kitchen.
Fucking insurance.
Eating out's getting really fucking old.
I bet.
As much as I like Taco Bell, I'm getting tired of it. I want home cooked fucking meals.
Well, no, I don't blame you there, honestly, because that's gotta suck ass.
It sucks balls. Like
But-
Aquaman. Scaly fish balls.
No, but like seriously, if anybody needed to hear that, I think that's one thing that you should really consider. Like, don't give up just because you're not in the mental state of mind to do it at the moment. Give it some time, and you can get back onto that track that you want to be.
Definitely, I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%. You know, we all need help and whatnot every once in a while, and sometimes it's really good to kind of just back off of everything for a little bit and reframe your thought and come back, you know,
With a fresh mind.
yeah, fresh mind. You know, it definitely, like you said, it's hard to be creative when you're in survival mode.
Yep. But on that note, I think we're gonna end it here.
Yeah. So, did you know that people sell all kinds of stuff on eBay, including haunted objects?
I did.
Well, yeah. When I wrote this, I had no. See, that's the thing. I have no idea what he's going to tell for stories, and so when I write this end little statement, I have no idea about a story. So it's just weird that
Hey, it happens.
it fucking happens. So do a quick search, and you'll see lots of haunted dolls, pictures, and other haunted objects for sale. Be careful what you go looking for, because you just might get more than you bargained for.
So sleep tight.
Watch what you buy.
And always be mindful of your fearful thoughts. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.